Have you ever felt lost, as if wandering through a wilderness with no map to guide you? Have there been moments in your life where the future seemed obscured by shadows, and you were left questioning if a greater plan is unfolding just beyond your vision? Today, we'll unravel these questions together through an extraordinary tale of faith and divine orchestration, revealed to us in the narrative of Exodus 1:1-22. This story is not just an ancient chronicle. It's a beacon for our own journeys, a reminder that even when the path is unclear, we are not alone. As we delve into Exodus, we step into a world steeped in the sands of ancient Egypt, where the children of Israel, descendants of Jacob, inhabited a land that was both a refuge and a crucible. They flourished and multiplied, fulfilling God's promise to Abraham. Yet, with their proliferation came the fear of oppression under a new Pharaoh who saw their strength as a threat. This is where we find a critical lesson. Amidst adversities arises an opportunity to witness the unfolding of God's plan. The story opens with a new king over Egypt, one who feels threatened by the prosperity of the Israelites. In Exodus 1:8-10, we read about his fear-driven strategy. "Look," he said to his people, "the Israelites have become far too numerous for us. Come, we must deal shrewdly with them, or they will grow even more numerous, and if war breaks out, will join our enemies, fight against us, and leave the country." Pause for a moment and ponder. How often do we encounter moments where fear leads us to actions or decisions that weren't part of God's instruction? Contrast this with the quiet yet resilient faith of the Israelites, who, despite increasing oppression, carried within them the enduring promise of God's covenant. The Pharaoh's harsh decree, although meant to suppress, became the crucible that tested and refined their faith. As Exodus tells it, the more they were oppressed, the more they multiplied. Isn't it remarkable how challenges can sometimes catalyze growth and transformation, both in individuals and communities? Here, friends, is where our lesson for today truly begins to shine. In the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, one can find strength, not in defiance, but in trust. Trust in a plan that may not yet be visible. Trust in a promise that feels intangible in the immediate moment. How many times in your own life have hardships seemed to close in, only for unforeseen strength or opportunities to emerge? Within this narrative, a light flickers brightly through the courageous acts of the midwives, Shiphrah and Puah. Despite the edict to harm newborn Hebrew boys, these women chose to fear God above the king of Egypt. In Exodus 1:17 it is written, "The midwives, however, feared God and did not do what the king of Egypt had told them to do. They let the boys live." Their actions were small but mighty, showing us how individual acts of courage and faith can sway the tides of history. Imagine the scene, Shiphrah and Puah standing firm, embodying the trust and courage that seemed but a dim candle against Egypt's might. Yet, in that small act of defiance, we see the tectonic shifts of a greater narrative at play. How often do our seemingly small decisions contribute to the larger tapestry of our lives, and even the world? Reflecting on this, I encourage you to consider a moment in your own life where a choice grounded in faith seemed inconsequential at the time, but led to a greater outcome. Trust in God's plan isn't a passive acquiescence. It's an active engagement with faith, hope, and perseverance. Our task is to hold on, to keep the flame of faith burning during periods when clarity evades us. This is what the Israelites did, and it's what we can do too. As we ponder the lesson from Exodus today, let the lingering message resonate with you. The unfolding of God's plan might seem hidden or delayed, but it is always in motion. It's like seeing just one piece of a beautiful puzzle. You may not see the whole image, but every single piece matters. Trust, like the Israelites' perseverance, is about staying anchored, choosing conviction over fear, right over convenience. So if you believe and wait for the divine plan to unfold in your life, leave a comment. Let us know. I believe and wait. Let your declaration stand as a testimony of faith amid the uncertainties of life. Friends, as we journey toward the next chapter in Exodus, let's carry forward the light of this lesson, trusting even when the path is unclear, knowing that our faith is a powerful force in the narrative of our lives. Stay tuned for our next exploration, and let's continue this journey of discovery and faith together. Until then, may your hearts remain steadfast, your spirit brave, and your trust in God unshakable.